Taking the slow road. Shortly after the 14 Democratic senators left for Illinois, the Fox 6 investigators requested their recent emails.
We wanted to see if the decision to head to Illinois 2 weeks ago was as spontaneous as senators claim. We found no proof that it wasn't, but as Fox 6 investigator Brian Polson tells you, we found that a different type of stall tactic had been in the works.
Before protesters stormed the Capitol, the mayor of the city of Madison tried to pull a fast one. The governor's budget repair bill was on the fast track, and emails obtained by the Fox 6 investigators show Mayor Dave Chislevich was racing against the clock to pass new union contracts first. The emails show that the mayor enlisted the help of State Senator Mark Miller. Both tried to convince the Secretary of State to hold up the bill by taking the maximum 10 days allowed by law before publishing it. They were trying to buy time so they could ratify new contracts to protect workers from benefit cuts.
This suggests, and this is a harsh word, collusion. There is collusion between some politicians and public sector employee unions, period.
Chris Kleismet represents the fiscally conservative group Citizens for Responsible Government.
Collective bargaining requires that you have two sides. It is impossible to have collective bargaining with only one side.
We are on the same side.
Reached by telephone, the Madison mayor admits they rushed the contracts, but he says the city negotiated in good faith.
But that's the way collective bargaining works. It ought to be a negotiation, but at the end of the day, we want to have good working relationships between labor and management here in Madison.
According to the email, Secretary of State Doug LaFollette declined to help stall the bill, but it turned out to be a moot point. The Senate Democrats fled the state and, of course, blocked the bill altogether. If you want to see the emails that we have, they are on our website between the mayor of Madison and Senator Miller. They're at fox6now.com.
I'm told it's a very strange and rare request to make that of the Secretary of State, but he said no anyway. A lot of people might be asking, is this the reason then, perhaps a reason or the reason, that the 14 senators went to Illinois?
When I interviewed Chris Kleismet today from CRG, that's exactly what he said. His reaction was just that when I showed him the emails. It appears, he says, the 14 senators orchestrated this trip to buy time for unions all over the state to work out new deals. I tried to get Senator Mark Miller's response to that. I contacted his staff this afternoon. I reached out even to fellow Senator John Erpenbach and asked him to relay the message, but I haven't gotten a return call yet from Senator Miller.
When we hear